What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and in today's video I want to show you another boss that you can farm an infinite amount of times if you happen to reach them at the end of your Chaos run. Now, as most of you know, up until this point in the game, Zomboss was the only enemy you could face at the very end and refarm them over and over again. However, now with the new DLC, with the new boss Chum, you can do the exact same thing, so today I wanted to go over a few important details. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. And remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. So as we start off, I want to go over a few important details really quick. Obviously, you need to own the DLC in order to be able to gain access to this boss, and you need to have completed at least the first difficulty of facing Chum, which is located in the Dreamvale Overlook. Now, in regards to the actual route that you take from the beginning to the end of your Chaos Chamber run, that is not going to affect if Chum shows up at the end. For some reason, this enemy seems to be popping up at the end of a lot of Chaos runs, so I wanted to make sure I shared it with you. However, you can choose whatever difficulty you like. It really just boils down to luck at the very end. And when I'm referencing luck, I'm not talking about your loot luck, I'm talking about just the chance of, this boss showing up at the end of the run. As all of you know, any boss that you face can show up at the end, so hopefully this will be the one that is there. Now, as you can see by the footage, once you drop down, you'll see Chum in front of you. Now, you may face a different form depending on how far you were able to get in regards to difficulty. I'll get into that in a minute, but once you've taken him out, you then hit this big crystal. All the small crystals fall out. Do not go through the portal. Completely stay away. And the main reason I say that, as most of you know, if you go through the portal, it does end your Chaos run. Now, all you do is you want to then down your character. I don't care how, use a spell, use a weapon, and once that happens, you will then respawn right at the beginning where the boss is located. You'll drop down and do the thing over and over again, and as many times as you want. I was able to get a bunch of different legendaries, chaotic gear, volatile gear. It's a great way to farm in a very short amount of time, and for those of you that like doing Chaos runs, it's also good to have another option. A lot of people hope Zomboss is going to show up at the end so they can do that infinite farm, but now, my friends, you do have this option as well. There happen to be a few important details I'd like to go over before I wrap this video up. Now, as most of you know, the other day when they launched this DLC, it was a hot mess. There were a lot of bugs, and because of that, they had to implement multiple patches. Now, when they launched the first patch, they accidentally gave gamers access to all 4 forms of Chum. So you could go difficulty 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And as most of you know, when they talked about this DLC, they were spinning it out over a 4-week period. However, I've heard from a lot of you out there saying that if you log into the game offline, you can face all 4 difficulties of Chum. Now, I was lucky the other day because when I first started playing, there was that bug in the game, so I was able to get all 4 difficulties done. And because of that, all of the legendaries and the gear that they were going to slowly introduce into the game over the last month, I now have in the general loot pool. I know a lot of gamers have them as well, so this is an option if you want to try to get them as early as possible. And as I start to wrap this video up, and I mentioned this in yesterday's video where I showed just the regular boss farm of Chum, which you can do in the open world as well, but I want to make sure if you're having any issues with the DLC, finding it, downloading it, not being able to access it, please let me know in the comments section down below. Now, I know many of you may be new here. Therefore, I want to make sure I mention that my main goal in creating this channel is to provide an environment, a toxic-free gaming environment where people work together, help each other out. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, having any issues, please let me know and I will get back to you as quick as I can. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, last Thursday, I put out a video talking about the patch notes and all the issues that we were having. I will be doing a follow-up video next Monday because there are still a lot of questions I want to answer for you, and as always, if you have any more, please let me know what's going on in your gameplay. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your amazing support of this channel and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, like I said before, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.